Donald Trump just took all of Venezuela's Bitcoin, and I'm talking about 600,000 Bitcoin that was in a shadow reserve. Let's take a look at what really happened in Venezuela and why Donald Trump basically taking their country over was one of the greatest power moves of our generation. Now listen guys, this channel is made for Bitcoin, okay? I want to make very quickly do a disclaimer. This is by no means a political channel. Matter of fact, I'm freaking Canadian. So at the end of the day, yes, politics do matter, and yes, worldwide news is important, and I understand this type of stuff, but this channel is only going to be about Bitcoin and Bitcoin going to $1 million, okay? I understand that there's different stances on the whole Venezuela situation. I understand that some people are happy, some people are pissed off. I think the majority of people are kind of like neutral about it and don't really care. From what I understand, the Venezuelans are very happy about this. Regardless, this is not a news channel. This is a channel that talks about Bitcoin, and that will always be the case. So now that that disclaimer is done, let's talk about it. So Venezuela's Bitcoin shadow reserve. Now, a lot of people don't know that this is even a thing. It's not being talked about. It's not being reported. Let's get into it. So, Venezuela's Bitcoin shadow reserve. Intelligence reports allege that Venezuela quietly built a $60 billion plus reserve in Bitcoin and USDT starting in 2018, which I don't think people understand how crazy this is. $60 billion of just Bitcoin. This is just sitting in Venezuela for like no reason, right? What the actual hell? And this was a shadow reserve. This wasn't being reported. So this makes me think two things first off, right off the bat. First off, how many other countries have a shadow reserve? How many other countries are quietly just accumulating Bitcoin that we don't even know about? Because remember, guys, this is very possible because with Bitcoin, let's just say you have 100 wallets and all 100 wallets own one Bitcoin. On paper, that just looks like 100 different people that own one Bitcoin, when in reality, it could just be one person that owns 100 Bitcoin, but just with 100 different wallets. Boom, mind blown, okay? But it gets deeper, and guys, stick with me here. Gold to oil to crypto. So in 2018, Venezuela exported 73 tons of gold, which is about 2.7 billion, and gold moved through Turkey, the UAE, Iran, then allegedly converted to Bitcoin via OTC brokers, which is ridiculous. Now, by 2025, PDVSA collected 80% of oil revenue in USDT and later washed it into Bitcoin, which again is freaking insane. Now, guys, if you have been subscribed to the channel, you've seen my videos before, you guys already know I keep talking about how realistically, guys, Bitcoin is going to change the world forever, and I think it already has. And I think a lot of countries that maybe never had a the right financial means, or maybe didn't have a fair, I guess, attempt to become a powerhouse, they can do that with Bitcoin. And we're seeing countries like El Salvador buy multiple Bitcoin, and they're literally buying one Bitcoin every single day. We are watching countries like that, literally come from like the bottom of the barrel to then become financial powerhouses. And this is possible with Bitcoin. And it looks like Venezuela was trying to do exactly that. Now, the estimated holdings, gold swaps plus oil settlements imply 600,000 plus Bitcoin, which is ridiculous, which is rivaling MicroStrategy and is far larger than El Salvador. Now, why this matters, if seized, the Bitcoin is likely frozen for years, not sold, which is bullish for Bitcoin, which, guys, I don't think you guys understand. Satoshi Nakamoto holds the most. Then it's BlackRock, which is the ETF. Then it's MicroStrategy. Then it's Venezuela. Like, they have pretty much double what the US government has. Guys, this is freaking insane. Now, remember, twice the US government's pre-rate stash, 12 times the German liquidation that rattled the market. Guys, they have pretty much 3% of the supply, which again is ridiculous to think about. This is Bitcoin that is going to be frozen forever. And guys, to make things even better, today is a great day for Bitcoin, $94,000. If you guys don't already know, I'm making two videos today. So I already have a video on Bitcoin that came out a bit ago. So go ahead and check that video out as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel because, guys, this is the type of content that I know people want to see. And guys, Venezuela isn't just a Bitcoin thing, right? They have 303 barrels of oil, 200 tons, or I'm pretty sure tons. No, is it tons? I don't know. But cubic feet of natural gas. Or is that 200 trillion maybe? Yeah, 200 trillion cubic feet? I don't know, whatever it is. 4 billion tons of iron ore, which is worth hundreds of billions, thousands of tons of gold, ranking it the largest in Latin America, massive coal, nickel, copper, and rare earths, and 2% of the world's fresh water. Now, this is never about drugs. Venezuela is now a strategic asset, controls resources, and you control leverage over energy, tech, and global supply chains. Now, again, none of this is confirmed. We don't know exactly what's happening yet. We don't know if Trump is going to just take the whole country over, but what we do know is Trump is obviously bullish Bitcoin, because not only do they now have an extra 600,000 Bitcoin, the Trump family also just bought 329 Bitcoin, literally, I believe it was today or yesterday. Which is, again, insane. They now hold over 5,000 Bitcoin, which is worth over 505 million. Ladies and gentlemen, if this itself isn't bullish and doesn't convince you enough to go ahead and buy Bitcoin and that you should own Bitcoin, I don't know what to tell you. Guys, this is insane. If you guys do like this content, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.